Hi everybody, it's Angela with AP Pottery, located in Kentucky in the United States. For those of you that don't know me, I've been doing pottery about a year. I took a few months off this year, had a lot of things going on. In the summertime I usually garden and can, and I started to do all of that, and then I got down on my knees and ended up finding out that I need double knee replacement. My pottery studio's in the basement, so it made it a little difficult to get up and down the stairs. So I took a break, and then it was hard to get back into it. Plus I was focusing on strengthening my knees and doing some different things to keep from having to go ahead and do the knee replacement. We're trying to hold that off for as long as we possibly can. But yeah, I'm hoping to be back at this now and hopefully be on here more. So thank you to everyone who's watching this video, and for those of you that come back, I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get things going more now. And you know, if we're being honest, and I'm gonna be honest, so my life feels like chaos. You know, I work a full-time job. I'm a barber. I stand on my feet all day long. I come home in the evenings and I'm just flat exhausted. I've socialized with people all day long. I've stayed on my feet. I just don't feel like doing anything in the evenings. So the weekends are my time to get downstairs in the studio and see what all I can make. And literally, when I'm in the studio, everything is chaos. I go down there, my hair is all frizzed out, wild, everywhere. I'm a complete mess. I look like, my hair looks like Einstein. I feel like the Mad Hatter. And I'm down there in sweatpants and a t-shirt, and ADHD hits me while I'm doing everything in the studio. Everything turns a mess, and the last thing I want to do is turn a video on and let you all see me and my chaotic studio. Sorry, the corgis are going after one of my kitty cats. And then my house, you know, it feels like chaos most of the time too. I have corgi glitter sprinkled throughout. At any given time, it needs to be vacuumed. I could vacuum 3 or 4 times a day and it'll still need to be vacuumed again. If you don't know much about corgis, they shed more than any dog out there, man. They have double coats. You can brush them and it looks like a small corgi puppy. But yeah, so I get on here and I watch your all's videos, and I'm trying to catch up on all the videos, by the way, but I watch all your videos and everyone just seems to really have it together. I don't know how you all do it, you know. Audrey at Audrey Lynn Studios, Nat at Mud Magic, Denise Dark Star Pottery, Linda at Linda Lou, Jane at Shoebox. Gosh, I mean, there's so many of you. And now Kendall at Bunnyfoot Pottery. And everybody's hair is so put together, and they're dressed nice and have makeup on, and their studios are organized and their house is nice and clean. And yeah, I turn my video on and I feel like everything is just a mess, especially in my studio. And then, like I said, I'm in sweatpants and a t-shirt with wild hair, running around like the Mad Hatter. And then, you know, you look at the Unsets. Kim and Todd, their studio's always so neat and organized. And Sarah at Handmade by Sousa, her place always looks so nice and organized. And you got Kay and Michelle and Pat, and I feel like I'm missing somebody that I watch a lot. Jeanette at Far Forest Ceramics or Studios. I'm not really sure which one it is, but everybody's studios are so nice and neat and organized. And everybody looks so put together, all of you. And I'm just pure chaos on my days off when I'm doing pottery and ceramics. So yeah, that kind of keeps me from turning the camera on and making some videos. And obviously I'm awkward on here and it's not the most comfortable thing, but yeah. Anyways, I have a kiln unload now that I rambled all of that and got off track. And I guess it's not crazy exciting, but I've got some really pretty pieces in here. I really like some of them. Got some pinholes on a couple of things. Not sure what caused that. But yeah, so this is my comb pack for the top shelf. Definitely heading, I guess, hot 5 into 6. So that's the top shelf. This is the middle shelf. It's a 5. 6 is barely bending, 7 not. And it was set up a little different this time than I normally do. My kiln's not very big. I have an Olympic 1823, and I like it. I got it new, last January or February? I think I got it last February. And it's taken me a while to get used to it. It runs really hot, so I have to watch it. This is the bottom shelf. Of course, it hit the shelf a little bit, so that's a good 6 there also. So yeah, let me show you some of the stuff. And also, I started, now I don't use these like Audrey does, because Audrey's like extremely organized. I love her system. So if you haven't watched Audrey Berm at Audrey Lynn Studios, go watch her. She has some really cool things. I decided this time to download her forms for when she's glazing. I didn't draw mine, and I still don't have all the information on there yet, but I'm trying to get a little more organized. And man, her glaze Bible, I really would like to start printing pictures and keeping some detailed notes like she does. But anyways, this is a little soap dish that I made for myself, and it is 2 times pearl white on the underside. It might could have used another coat of that. And 3 times stone denim on the outside. And I had done one of these last year and just thought I might like to have one for myself. I'm not sure what that little dark thing is. There's like a little bitty dark spot, and I guess it has to be from the stone denim, but I don't know if you can see it. And I don't even know if I'm in camera. I mean, heck, I might have my head cut off. I might not be showing this stuff, but yeah. So I hand built that, and I made that for myself for my bathroom. And then I have a mushroom trinket dish. I bought these little wooden things at Walmart. You know what? There's a couple of pinholes on that. Just a few. No? Maybe that's not the pinhole. Scratch that. That's just where it was thin over top of the mushroom in a couple places, and the little dots on the mushroom showed. So this one does not have pinholes. And this is Rue pottery from Kentucky Mudworks. So believe it or not, I put leather on that and wiped it back on all the texture. You can't really see it. And then I put Spanish moss, and I did it 2 times. And I've never used Spanish moss. And I was thinking moss is green, so Spanish moss might be green, but no, it's blue. So I have a lot of blues in this kiln unload. Let's see. It wasn't done on purpose, but yeah, I rolled this little mushroom texture onto this mushroom trinket dish that I handmade, and I like it. It's a pretty blue, just a lot of blues. Let's see. And then we have this. I like how that turned out. And that is 2 times obsidian all over, and then 2 times textured turquoise, and then 1 time seaweed. Just a little trinket dish. I really like how those colors mesh together. You know what? I'm going to stay back here so I can make sure that I'm showing you all things. So you don't need to see me anyways. Okay. Here's another little dish I made, stone denim. It's just 3 times stone denim on it. I like how stone denim does on texture. Thought I might put these in my bathroom. I don't usually keep a lot of my stuff, and I usually make it and think I'm going to keep it, and then I take it in the barbershop to show somebody, and then somebody ends up buying it. So I'm going to try and start making myself a little bit of stuff too. But yeah, it fired beautifully. Again, Kentucky Mudworks roux. And this bowl, I love the way it turned out. Love it. But there's pinholes. It's one of my little footed bowls. And there's not a lot of pinholes, but there are. So I guess I'm going to have to try and refire it. This was on the top shelf. And let me remember. This was the top shelf comb pack. So yeah, this was on the top shelf, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But anyhow, this is Sapphire Float on the outer rim, 2 times. Probably about the, inside half to third. Actually, I think it was a third. On the outside is 2 times River Birch. I'm just trying to look, see. There might even be a couple pinholes on the back, but there's not very many. 2 times River Birch on the inside, 2 times Sapphire Float, and then I did oatmeal at the overlap, in and out. And like I said, I really like this bowl. I think it turned out very pretty. Just gonna have to put some more glaze on it and refire it. And I haven't had pinholes in a long time. Granted, yes, I know I haven't done a lot in a long time, but I had some pinholes and then thought I got it figured out. And evidently not. Okay, so this little guy is something I made in the very, very beginning when I very first started doing pottery. I don't know, just a little chunky vase, cup, whatever you want to call it. And I had carved this tree on it, and it sat down there. And most of the stuff had been sitting there for a while. It's not stuff that I made recently. It had been sitting there bisqued, just waiting to be glazed. I've got some stuff that I just made in the last month that just came out of the bisque, and some more stuff that's drying. But anyways, I carved that little tree on it. I wiped black underglaze, speedball black underglaze on it, and then wiped it back. And then I put snow ×2 all over. I love how snow does on the speckled clay. And that is Speckled Turtle. Kentucky Mudworks. All my clays are Kentucky Mudworks. I live like 20 minutes or so from Kentucky Mudworks. So, okay. So here is one of my hand-built mugs. And let's see. We have blue rutile ×2 on the outside. And then textured turquoise over top of that ×2 on the outside. And then soft white on the inside. And light flux on the rim on the inside, just to make it drip down in there. It's really pretty. I'm really liking my handmade mugs. They're getting a little bit better. But I kept one for myself, and it's my favorite one to drink out of. And this handle here, I had watched a tutorial that Jeanette at Far Forest Ceramics had done. And I love rolling the bottom part of it. And then I think she may have, and then also Jessica Putnam Phillips, both of them do these little cookie cutter things on the inside here, and I'm trying to start doing a little bit of that. I love the little thumb rests on all of them. But yeah, I absolutely love this mug. I think that's one of my favorites. Turned out really good. And here is another hand-built mug. This was one of the first ones that I did. It's a tankard. I don't know how much that's going to hold, but man, let me look. Make sure there's no pinholes. Oh, it looks good. But yeah, so anyhow, this is Louisiana Bayou on the outside, and then I wiped it back. Can't really tell as much. And then I did Morning Glory 3 times on the inside, and then 2 times on the outside. Man, that is one heck of a mug. Look at that. I have big hands, so I have very, very long fingers. I played the piano as a child. So for me to hold that like that, and I'm finding that the guys in the barbershop, and a lot of other people too, they want big mugs. They tell me they don't want the little mugs, and my little mugs just kind of sit there and don't sell. The big ones go immediately in the barbershop. But yeah, again, there's Jeanette's handle from Far Forest Ceramics. She's got a really good tutorial on it. But yeah, I love that mug. I mean, that is huge. I made, for those of you that have watched in the past, I made custom for a guy, a beer stein, and it's huge. And he absolutely loves it. He says he drinks his coffee out of it. But let me look at this one. I think this one's good too. No pinholes. Just the speckled turtle marks. So yeah, so this mug was inspired by Denise at Dark Star Pottery. And I love this. Oh, I love it. I'm not going to want to sell it. What is that? Okay, that was just something. Okay, sorry. That was something loose. Anyhow, it's 2 times winter wood on the bottom third to half. And then I did 3 times cinnabar inside and out about halfway. And then I did flux where it met. Did a little wavy thing of flux there and flux on the rim. And yeah, she had done one like this and I absolutely loved it. Again, there's my handle that Jeanette at Far Forest Ceramics had taught me to do. Love this. That color, that cinnabar, I think is just a really really pretty color. I've heard some people say they don't care for it as much, but I really, really like that. And I love winterwood. Winterwood seems to play well with everything. But yeah, thanks, Denise, for inspiring that. And let's see. This is one of my tried and true. I love this combination. It was one of the first mugs that I did. Gave it to my dad, and I got down there and got glaze freeze. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do another one of those and just see. So this is 2 times winterwood on the bottom. And then I did 2 times textured turquoise on the top and on the inside. And then I did some light flux on the inside. It looks like I did flux on the outside maybe, but I don't remember doing it. And I don't have it written down. I just have flux. So, you know, if I used Audrey's little forms the way that you're supposed to use them, then it would say, but right now I'm just trying to get caught up on everything, get some things done for Christmas, and then I can mellow out and worry about all the little details and stuff. And then hopefully I can get down there and organize my studio and neaten it up because it is a mess. But yes, I love this mug. Absolutely love it. that, like I said, was one of the first combinations that I did, and it's one of my favorites, definitely. And let's see. So these next two are testers. This one was kind of a tester because the handle had fell off prior to bisquing, and I put a new one on. It was bone dry, but you can tell where I put it on. And the handle's kind of wonky. It's a big, different kind of handle, I guess, but it actually feels really good. But anyways, it was bone dry, and I think I had heard Nat at Magic say something about you could go ahead and redo the handle, so I did. This one is 3 times pearl white on the inside, and then it is sea salt 3 times on the bottom half, and then honey flux up here, and then I did copper float. I think I only did like 1 coat maybe of copper float in the middle and let it just go together. And I really like how that turned out. It's kind of plain, but it's definitely masculine, which the guys in the shop love when they're not buying stuff for their wives. And this is on Kentucky Mudworks Iceman. But yeah, I like that. It's simple. Simple, yet nice. And then the last thing, this was a tester mug because the handle had cracked. And it did crack all the way. It did, but I mean, it's sturdy. So I decided to try and paint a little bit with underglazes. And let's see. So the underglazes, that's a medium green underglaze on the tree, a brown, and those are all Speedball underglazes, Speedball brown and Speedball white. And then I just did, what's it called? Zinc free clear over top of that part. I did Winterwood 2 times on the bottom. The top I did 2 times Blue Rutile. The inside I did Pearl White, and then put flux along the top of it a little bit. And you can see where the handle cracked. And this mug has been sitting down there for a long, long time. It cracked during the bisque, and it did crack all the way through, but it's on there really good. So I thought, well, I'll test this out, see how it does. I did that on both sides, as you can tell. Little Christmas trees. See how it turns out. I like the size of this one too. It's almost like a little soup bow. So I can keep that for myself. But yeah, it actually turned out really, really good. I like that. I've been wanting to do some where I leave some raw clay. Jane at Shoebox Studios, she does that a lot. And I don't know why, I just always cover the entire thing in glaze. And I want to start trying some different stuff. I'm doing a lot of hand building now. I still like wheel throwing, but really enjoying hand building. So yeah. Anyhow, that's my kiln opening. I'll show you up here on my fireplace. And other than the little pinholes here and there, I am very happy with it. I don't know what a kiln favorite would be. I don't know. I actually think I love this. What a bummer that the handle is broken. That was just a tester, but that was a good tester. But yeah, I'm excited. So thank you everybody for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little notification bell, and comment, like, and share, and help me grow my channel. Obviously, it's been stagnant for a little bit, so let's get it going again. And yeah, like Denise says, everybody go out there, get a little bit. I don't know if it's Denise that says it or not. See, and I get scatterbrained when I'm talking too. But go get muddy, go get creative, and enjoy your day. Bye.